Hey guys, I want to go ahead and go over with you what you're going to get when you come to school, or what you've already picked up when you came to school, which is a camera, a tripod, and your hub. So let's first talk about the hub. The hub's going to look like this in a box, and you just open it up. And the purpose of the hub is so that you can connect this part to your MacBook. And on the back side, you'll see this section right here. Let me see if I can get it up close. This right here is going to be for your memory card. So when you're ready to transfer pictures onto your MacBook from your camera, you're going to connect this to the side of the MacBook, and then you're going to plug in your memory card. Sorry, it's hard to do this backwards. You're going to plug in your memory card there, and you'll be able to transfer your pictures over. It's very, very important when you're done doing that, that you drag this from your desktop into your trash can to eject it, or right click and say eject. You never want to just yank this out of your MacBook. If you do so, it'll corrupt the memory card that's going to be on the inside. Okay, let's move on to the tripod for a second. It comes in a bag that looks like this. You're just going to open it up and pull out your tripod. Now, you may remember this from using it before, or maybe not. It has 3 legs that you pull out. Each of these sections will unhook to extend the length. Just make sure that you unhook them evenly so that you don't have any weirdness on your tripod when you're trying to set it up. You can use it like a desktop tripod like this, or you can extend it and it gets pretty tall. All right, on the back side, you have this top section, which is where your camera will attach. You have this right here rotator ball. If you loosen it, it allows you to move your tripod up and down. And then if you go in the opposite direction, which is rolling up, it will lock it in place for you. I will show you how to attach the camera to the tripod in just a second. All right, so let's, whoops, tripod just knocked over on the desk. All right, so let's next talk about your camera. Okay. So when you first get your camera out of your bag, hopefully it has a lens cap on it. Mine did not. You always want to keep the lens cap on the camera to protect the lens at all times. So you just squeeze it like this to take it off. And if you're taking pictures, put this in your pocket or put it inside the camera bag itself just to keep it safe. When you're not taking pictures, you're going to attach it back, because this lens right here is several $100s, and if it gets scratched, you'll always have a line in all the pictures. And remember, guys, you are responsible for this equipment and taking care of it while you use it. All right, so this is a nice camera. It's a Cannon Rebel T7i, so it's really nice. It's got the ability to do photographs as well as video. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you around the camera itself. So this is your lens. You'll take this off in order to be able to take pictures. The next thing that I want to show you is the back of the camera. This is really hard to do because recording this, it's like opposite. All right, so you're going to open up right here this. And this is how you can see video if you're taking video. It does twist around, so if you want to move it back, you can now see, if you're taking pictures, you can see it on the back of the screen. But when you're not using it, open it, twist it back around, and close it to protect the screen right here. This way, it'll keep it nice and protected while it's inside the camera bag. If you're doing video, this is a nice one because you can actually twist it around and see video while you're doing it to see what it is you're shooting. So that's a nice feature if you're going to shoot and you're not in the scene, or even if you're in the scene and you're taking a video of yourself, which you may end up doing in a project. That comes in handy. Okay, on the top of your camera is this dial. Now, right here where my finger's pointing, you'll see, let me see if I can get that in focus, on and off. And this is how you switch your camera on and off. So first thing you want to do is you can take off your lens cap and then switch it on, and your camera will turn on. So I'll get to that in a second. I do want to show you some other features on the camera. Inside your bag, you should have at least 1, if not 2 memory cards, and you have the manual to your camera. I know, who reads a manual, right? You should read a manual. And then next you should have a battery charger. So the battery charger will plug into an outlet, and then your battery goes here. Before you do any kind of a photo shoot, you just want to charge your battery, because especially if you're using the flash, if it's dark, or doing video, it's going to suck that battery pretty quickly. Okay, so let's take a look at what some of the other areas are. So on the side of your camera, if you open this, this is going to be where your memory card is. Now, I don't have one in there right now. I'll go ahead and put one in. By the way, you can delete any pictures that are on the memory cards if you happen to get one and it has images on it. That's from somebody before you who forgot to clear it, so you can go ahead and delete those. All right, guys, be really careful when you put the memory card in. You don't want to jam it in. If you're starting to put it in and it's jamming and it's just not going, that's not good. That means that you have it the wrong direction. So you just want to line it up. So there's two sides. There's the pretty gold side with a label, and then there's the back side that doesn't have anything on it. The back side, let me see if I can show you this. The back side is going to line up with a door. The gold side is going to be towards you. And then you just push till it goes in. To remove it, you push and it comes out. Okay, pretty simple. Push, go in, close the door. All right, on the bottom side is where your battery is going to be. So there's a, if you have to pull your fingernail down on top of it and open it up. You'll notice that there's this little gray lever right here. Push that out of the way and your battery pops out. Okay, now for your battery, where I've written the number, it's the top of it, that should go away from the door. So the plain side goes towards the door, and you just push it directly in. You have to kind of move that gray piece out of the way and push. It should, once you push it, it should stay on its own, and the only way to get it out is to take that gray piece, pull it out of the way, and it pops the battery back out. Again, charge your battery, and the way you charge it, I showed you how to plug it into the wall, but you just slide this directly in here. It pops in, you put it in, it charges. It's green when it's ready to go. If you see orange or red, it means it's not yet done charging. Pop that back out. Make sure that you have a fresh battery before you take pictures. Okay, let me get this in. All right, so we've gone over the battery, we've gone over the memory card, showed you how to turn on the camera. On the very bottom is, it should be attached, this right here. This goes with a tripod, just to make sure we don't lose this, because this right here will cost like $40 just to get a replacement. So don't lose this piece. Leave it screwed into the bottom of your camera. So it actually came with the tripod, not the camera, but just leave it screwed into the bottom of your camera. So it's right there, just leave it, don't take it out. Here's how it attaches to your tripod. So your tripod has this little circular section right there. Can everybody see that? Your camera, this little round piece, so there's a little lever, and it's hard to see, I know, right here, but when you unhook that lever, it opens up the circle. Ready? Let me show you that again with a lever. So that locks it in place, this unlocks it. When it's unlocked, you can stick the camera circle in there. And then you just pull it back to lock it in place, and it's now locked in place. Okay? Unhook it to get it out. That's how you're going to hook your camera onto your tripod. Okay, we will get into more how to use the camera in class. I just kind of want to show you the basics today. Please, by all means, play around with the camera. If you put it on the dial, you'll see this green A. Let me see if I can point to it. It's like right there. That green A, that stands for automatic. If you put it in automatic, it does the thinking for you. So you don't have to worry about the lighting, you don't have to worry about anything else. The camera's gonna make the best choice for you. So you probably wanna keep it in automatic until you learn the camera a little bit better. To take a video, it's gonna be this little camera with a red dot. You push that and it'll record video, but you have to have the dial set to video. And that is, let me find it. Oh, sorry, it's not the dial. It's right where it says on, off at the very top. There's a little camera icon. And so you want to switch it all the way up to the camera icon. And then to record, you're going to hit that red dot. It's backwards. It's hard for me to do this backwards. Okay. That's the gist of your camera. If you turn your camera on, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and I'll make it so you guys can see this screen. When you turn your camera on, you take the lens cap off, then it should light up for you. I think my battery's dead, so actually, of course, it's not going to work right now. When you turn it on, and if it's in the green on the automatic, this is your shutter button, shutter release button. So it's right by the lens, and when you press it once, it focuses, and if you press it harder, it will take pictures. Speaking of taking pictures, there's one more thing I need to point out to you that will make a big difference, and that is on your lens, on this side, at the very top, right here, is an AF/MF. AF is autofocus, MF is manual focus. That is referring to your lens. So as you hold your camera, if you want to be the one to pick whether it's blurry or in focus, then switch it to MF. That's manual. If you want the camera to decide, which is probably fine, put it on AF, which is autofocus. All right, just be careful, because if you think it's on autofocus and you have it on manual focus, you'll do a whole photo shoot, download your pictures, and they're blurry. So make sure that you check that. Right here's a stabilizer. You can leave that on. You don't need to switch that off. That is the main functions of your camera. What I'm going to ask for you guys to do today is to take your, if you haven't picked them up, come get your cameras. If you've got your camera, I want you to charge your battery. I want you to try getting a memory card in and out. I want you to try taking a couple pictures, hooking it up to your computer. Put your memory card in there, transfer them to your computer so that you can see what you took and look at them. Just play around. And that's your goal for today, is to get to know this camera. If your battery's dead, make sure it's charged. Last thing I'm just going to tell you before I log off and you guys get started is this is a pain in the butt to get back in this bag. I find that it's easier if you put it back head first, then the rest of it slides in. If you try to do it leg first, I'm telling you, you're going to be like, this camera. So just stick it head first for it to go in there, okay? That's it, guys. Email me if you have any questions, and we'll go over specifically some more things with the camera later in class. But for now, play around with it, get used to it, have fun with it, see what it's like. And if you have any questions, send me an email, and I'll get right back to you.